How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kingpin and I'm going to go through the best strategy you should be using to win games. And I'll go through various other tips regarding gunfights, rotations and endgame tactics. So if you're tired of just being an average player and want to become an awesome player, make sure you watch the full video so you can soak up all the knowledge. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're not missing out on any of our tips and tactic videos. So I like to think of the game in 4 parts. The landing, early, mid and end game. I'm going to explain what your focus and priorities should be in each of these 4 sections, and I'll provide other tips such as how you should be rotating as we go along. Let's start with the landing. You should always aim to land in a place near the edge of the zone. I don't recommend landing in the center because you'll face enemies coming in from every direction and you can be overwhelmed easily. If you land near the edge, the only people you have to worry about are the ones on your side moving into the zone. Also, don't land too far out from the zone. You won't have as much time to loot. You'll be constantly trying to outrun the gas and you might run into someone waiting for players to come in. Fighting both players and the zone is very difficult, so don't put yourself in that situation. You also want to make sure the spot you choose to land has a buy station and some contracts. You want to gather cash as fast as possible, and contracts like scavenger and bounty are useful to quickly boost your money. Obviously the cash is useless if there's no buy station nearby. Travelling around with stock guns to go to the nearest buy station can be dangerous, especially if you run into someone who's already got their loadout, so always land close to a buy station. Next, let's move on to what you should be focusing on in the early game. Your number 1 priority is the loadout. Having your custom guns and perks gives you a huge advantage over the people who don't. I recommend being aggressive at the start, fighting the people that landed in your immediate area, and once it's clear, then you can start looting. Don't be over aggressive though. Chasing people down when you don't need to is a bad idea. You won't have much armor or ammo, so it's better to gather resources when you can. If you do decide to rush someone early, at the very least make sure you have full armor, because with just 2 plates you're likely to lose the gunfight. If no one does land with you, then your focus should be on looting and doing scavenger contracts so you can get the loadout as fast as possible. Moving on to the mid game. So you've cleared the area and have your loadout, so now what? There's a few different ways to tackle the mid game depending on how much risk you want to take. If you want to just go for the win, then I recommend a slow and passive strategy. Patrol the area around you, engaging in any squads that might be coming in, then move when the zone forces you to. If you don't like to sit around and wait, you could grab a recon contract and find the location of the next circle. Do be careful of moving into the zone too early though. It's generally a safer idea to stay on the edge of the circle and move in with it. That way you can clear the squads on your side of the zone so you don't get attacked from behind later on. But if you're a more experienced and confident player who wants to be aggressive, you can grab a bounty contract or call in a UAV if you've got the cash and go on the hunt. But I still recommend staying around your side of the zone and engaging the people there. Moving too far around the zone can be dangerous as you don't know how many people there are and where they could be camping. So it doesn't matter what strategy you go with, the most important thing to remember is to stay on your side of the zone. Finally, in the end game, your main focus should be positioning. Don't do any looting or contracts. Picking up a bounty can sometimes help as you'll know the position of a squad, but don't bother picking up the other contracts. You need to be keeping an eye out for where squads are. If you hear gunshots from a certain direction, keep that squad in mind. As the circle closes, they could rotate to you. The high ground is always the best position to have, but you might not always be able to get to it. There could already be a squad there, or the high elevation might be on the other side of the zone. And like I said before, you want to try and stay on your side. So if there's no high ground, you want to try and take positions with good cover. The biggest factor that decides who wins at the end game is what kind of position people are in. So as the zone gets smaller and smaller, try to keep moving into strong positions that offer high elevation or a good amount of cover. So to summarize, land near a buy station and some contracts, preferably bounty and scavenger contracts. Then at the start, be aggressive, take out the enemies closest to you so you can loot without getting shot in the back. Get the loadout as fast as possible, then you either play it safe and slow, move up with the zone, or be aggressive, pick up a bounty or call in a UAV and go hunting. Then as you approach the end game, you need to prioritize getting into strong positions. High ground is the best option. Otherwise, choose spots with good cover. Engage the enemies on your side as you move in with the zone. That way, when you get down to the last few teams, your focus can be on the enemies across instead of worrying about being flanked. If your team doesn't have much structure in their gameplay, then definitely give this strategy a go. It gives you certain goals to aim for throughout the game, not only increasing your chances of winning, but making Warzone a lot more enjoyable. That's it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you find it helpful, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you're looking to improve on Warzone and Battle Royales. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.